Hello, my name is Zivyang, and this is going to be E104 Lab 6. This is going to be the game project. So from random import randint, we're going to import the random function and the randint. So that is a built-in Python library that we download and reinstall in the console. So import time, that's another built-in library. The time function that we downloaded. So pip install and pgz run. This is for the game. So we downloaded and installed that as well. And from PG0 bulletins, built-ins import actor clock keyword. So that's PG0 built-in libraries. So once we install PG0 for the game, that the import actor clock keyword is within that library. So width 800, height 600, this is for directing the dimensions of the game. So once we launch the game, the screen for the pictures and everything, it's going to be width 800, height 600. And we're going to, for the center X width, we're going to divide it by 2. So whatever our center X width is, we're going to divide it by 2. And same thing for the Y axis. So it's the Y axis and the X axis. So for the Y, we're going to also divide by 2 for the height. So game over is equal to false. So game over is basically we're declaring when the game is over, and when it's false, we're declaring it as false. So false means 0. So true and false in binary. So true is correct 1, false is 0. So finalized false. Garden happy is equal to true. So when it's true, we continue the game. Fang flower collision false. That's again false. Rain active false. Cow stunned false. Stun end times 0. So these are all saying that the rain is active false initially. And then when the time is elapsed, we declare the start time. And then cow is equal to actor cow. So the position of the cow will be 100 and 500 within the screen. So that's our starting off point. Flower list, wilted list, fang flower list, vine list. Those are just the list declarations for the game. And then now def draw. So this is the built-in draw function within Python. So if not game over, screen dot clear. If rain active, the screen fill, screen BLIT, garden raining. So once the rain is active, then the garden will be raining, and then else screen BLT garden. So else if there's no rain, then it's just the garden. So for flower and flower list, flower dot draw for fang flower and fang flower list. So it's basically saying when it's raining in the garden, and the flowers will be growing. And then the screen draw dot text will be garden happy for string seconds, top left, 10 color black. So the garden is happy. So this is what it's going to say is that the garden is happy for about this many seconds before the game will end. So basically, for the game, you control a cow that moves around the garden, and the flowers appear, and then you have to rush to make sure that the water wilts the flowers, and then you use that by pressing the sound bar. And then the enemies will be coming from the flowers that you wilted, and then you could activate rain. And then if there are any flowers that are not yet watered, then the game is over. So that's basically what this code block is saying. So for flower and flower list, flower dot draw. For fang flower and flower list, fang flower dot draw. If rain is active, screen dot draw dot text, rain is active, then all the flowers are protected because it's raining. And then if the cow is stunned, then this will say, oh, the cow is stunned. And then cow dot x, cow dot y is equal to 50, and the color is red. So that's setting the position in the mid top. And it's saying that, okay, cow dot x, cow dot y is 50, and then the color is red. Else, if not finished, then cow dot draw. Then the garden will be happy for X amount of time. So that's why it's time elapsed is declared as a string. And then if garden is not happy, then garden unhappy, game over. That's the text for, okay, the garden is not happy and the game is over. Else, the enemy is attacking and the game is over. So there are two ways that the game can be over. It can be garden unhappy or the enemy attack. And so def new flower. These functions over here from line 73 to 88, they basically just declare new flower functions. So def new flower that just creates new flowers, def add flower that adds flowers, and then def check wilt times. So as long as you're wilting under the time limit, then the game is not over. So this is why it's checking. And it's only going to check wilting when it's not raining. So if wilted list and not rain active, then it's going to check the wilting when it's not raining. So def revive flowers, you can revive flowers flower wilt, flower happy, and all these functions from 108 to 131 basically declared they set up the function for different game uh, uh, so the game can be enabled in different ways. So the wilt flower can be created, the check flower collision. These are all different aspects of the game. And then Death Fang flower collision. So this is saying, okay, now we're setting a function called check Fang flower collision. So if the Fang flower collision has happened, then the cow image is going to be zapped and then the game over. And that's true. Or it causes a break. So a break is basically a built-in function within Python that stops the program. And then we have def velocity. So this returns a random velocity for the game. And then def mutate. So from the flowers, we're going to have enemies. So the flowers can mutate. So lines 163 to 194, I'll set that up. It's built in using the functions and variables that we've declared. So it's all calling that same function. So global flower list, these are all the variables, the global variables. And then def update fang flower. It's going to update, keep running the update for the fang flowers. So as long as you keep playing the game as intended, it will just keep spawning more flowers. And then these blocks right here, this will reset the cow. So def reset cow will reset the game. When the game is over, it'll just reset the position of the cow. Def check stun, so it'll check if the cow is stunned. And then this function right here will start the raining process. So once you hit R, then then the garden will start raining. And then in order to stop the rain, then this function right here from lines 261 to 266 will help stop the rain. And then this function will add flowers. So line 268 to 271 will just continuously add flowers. And then def update. So this will update based on how you're playing the game. So cow.image is equal to cow water. So this again updates the game. So now we can run a simulation right here. So we basically go water, and then we can start raining. So the flowers are protected. But if we go here, and then we can water more flowers, and then I started raining, so I started the rain activation program, so the flowers are protected. So, and now the enemy attacked me, and my game is over. So that has been the game. Thank you so much, and have a great day.